Welcome, students. In this episode of SpaceGate Station, you will be learning about a special program sponsored by the Blue Origin's private foundation Club for the Future called Postcards to Space. The goal of this program is to inspire future generations to pursue careers in space, technology, engineering, and mathematics, and to help invent the future of life in space. Please stand by as we transfer you to the science laboratory aboard SpaceGate Station.
Dr. Carafano?
Yes?
Here are the rest of the postcards sent to us by Club for the Future.
Thank you, Engineer Ross.
There sure are a lot of them.
Well, Postcards into Space is a very popular program.
I'm not really familiar with it. What's Postcards in Space about?
I'm surprised. I know. We can ask Aurora to explain the program to you. Aurora, could you please explain to Engineer Ross about Club for the Future and Postcards into Space?
Of course, Dr. Carafano. The Club for the Future is a foundation that was created by Blue Origin in 2019. Its mission is to inspire future generations to pursue STEM careers and to help invent the future of life in space. Blue Origin is privately funded aerospace and spaceflight company led by Bob Smith and founded by Jeff Bezos, who also founded Amazon.
Oh, I've heard of them. They created one of the first suborbital spaceflight programs.
I believe it was called the New Shepard rocket.
That is correct, Dr. Carafano. Blue Origin's New Shepard suborbital spaceflight system is composed of two vehicles, a crew capsule launched by a rocket booster. The two vehicles lift off together and are designed to separate at the flight's apogee. After separation, the booster is designed to return to Earth to perform a vertical landing, while the crew capsule follows a separate trajectory, returning under parachutes for a touchdown on land. The rocket can carry hundreds of pounds of payloads per flight and up to 6 astronauts to altitudes beyond 100 kilometers or 62.137 miles.
Aurora, what does this have to do with the Postcards in Space program?
In the Postcards to Space program, students would write or draw their vision on a postcard of what they think the future of life in space would look like, or any other message they would like to send to space. The postcards are then mailed to Club for the Future's office.
What does Club for the Future do with the postcards?
The postcard is then placed into a payload box and loaded into the crew capsule of Blue Origin's New Shepard rocket, which is launched into space from the West Texas desert. The capsule carrying the postcard separates from the booster as it reaches space. The capsule then descends to Earth under parachutes. When the postcards are recovered, they are stamped, flown to space, and mailed back to the students to have as their own space-flown keepsake.
Thank you, Aurora. I wonder, could students send more than one card? Or even a whole class? Or even a whole school at the same time?
Yes. Club for the Future encourages sending postcards in bulk as it helps reduce postage costs. They will fly boxes or large envelopes of postcards together and return them as one bundle. There's no limit to how many postcards a student can collect, and Club for the Future encourage students to send as many as they would like. Students can address postcards to themselves, friends, or family.
That was really good, Aurora. Thank you. You know what? Aurora, why don't you tell Engineer Ross about one of the best parts of the Postcard into Space program?
Aside from the cost of postage, the program is free to participate in. In addition, if the cost of postage is a barrier to participating schools and groups, they can reach out to Club for the Future for assistance.
How long does it take to get the postcards back from Club for the Future?
The time it takes varies, but Club for the Future is committed to flying every postcard they receive. Unfortunately, due to the large volume of cards, they cannot guarantee a return date, but their team works very hard to get them returned as soon as possible. They even accept postcards from outside the United States, although they recommend using a Global Forever International U.S. postage stamp.
Thank you, Aurora. Dr. Carafano, I wonder, is there a place I can tell people to go look for more information about the Postcards in Space program?
Well, yes. They can, of course, go to the resource directory for SpaceGate Station. Or, if they want, they can go directly to the website for Club for the Future, which is clubforthefuture.org. There they can find all the information they need about postcards into space.
Postcards in Space sounds fun. I want to make one.
Well, technically, Engineer Ross, you already are in space. But I tell you what, if you go ahead and fill out one of these cards, you can bring it back to me and I'll stamp it for you that it's been mailed in space. Wait a minute, that reminds me. Wasn't Specialist Barber supposed to bring the extra cards from Club to the Future to me?
She was, but I told her I would do it since she was doing her EVA.
EVA? What's she doing outside the space station?
She said that you told her to take the postcards and mail them in space, so she was suiting up to go outside the space station and mail them.
Uh-oh. That's not really what I meant.
I have been out here for an hour and I cannot find a mailbox anywhere to mail these postcards. This is just silly. Who would put a mailbox on the outside of a space station anyway? I mean, it's not like we get regular visits from the Postal Service here, and even if we did, it would make much more sense putting the mailbox in the station. Wait a minute, that's an idea. A space mailbox. We could get schools to make their own space mailbox for students to put in their postcards, so they can collect them and send them to Club for the Future. I bet we could even make a school district competition out of it. I can't wait to get back to the station and tell Aurora about my idea. I wonder what I should do about mailing this box of postcards.
This concludes our latest episode of SpaceGate Station. Please join us on our continuing adventures as the crew of SpaceGate Station provides engaging enrichment or remediation-based instruction to improve your understanding of space, technology, engineering, and mathematics, terminating communication with Earth.